It wasn't really like a band at all. It was more just like a collection of individuals that played, really. I mean, I don't know. We had a good time. We practiced. We all had good players, but we really didn't have any like group idea. There wasn't really. We did crazy kinds of stuff, like let's make a ska song and a surf song and like make it with a punk bridge or something like that. Just made these crazy chimera songs that had three heads basically. It didn't really work out.
They were fun. Don't get me wrong. They had songs like Skank Lewis and Learn How to Skank, but they were not a very good band.
Because we had like a whole bunch of new people. Like I was new, Evan was new, the drummer Dave Sharma was new, and I think that was it. But so like, we were all just trying to get a feel for how we'd play together.
We used to play Wash U and we'd get like 200 to 300 people or more to show up and they'd dance for us and it'd feel great,
Yeah.
But I knew in my heart we weren't a good band and it hurt to have people pretend to like us. I mean, that was a crazy mindset in some ways, but in some ways I said, look, the way to know if people really like us is to play in front of complete strangers.
Like, whatever, this is just a pipe dream. This is just going to be a band. But now, I don't know, I'm surprised that it went this far. Like, in October of freshman year, talking about, like, yeah, we're going to record a 7-inch and go on the road. And it actually happened. And then we did it again, and again, and again, and again. And so...
things are going okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think the thing to do now is, like, what we did is, we just took it slow. You know what I mean? 2 years, we put out our first 7-inch. Then a year later, we put out another 7-inch, and then we put out a CD. It's like 3 years, Other bands now are young, they don't know what they want to sound like and what they want to do, and they put out a CD. It's for their friends. I think it's really important to stop playing for your friends.
What was your impression of the recording process with the CD?
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's I guess it's maybe a dream or an aspiration of a lot of kids out there
To have their own CD.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was rough. Like recording is like half heaven and half hell all the time. It's heaven just because like you can hear all the parts really well. You know what everybody's doing, but it's rough, of course, because you want perfection and you're not going to get it in 8 days on a $1,500 budget or whatever.
Like, we work with a guy named John Nolan, and he's definitely not. He's not the right producer for us, but he was the right person at the time because we felt, well, because we'd worked with him in the past and he had done a good job for us in the past. Like, that's the thing. Like, we started in another studio and it was just tense because we didn't know what.
We had no idea. He was kind of like the daddy.
It's like, I think that what you should do is, I think for the first recording, comfort is more important almost than quality because your band will break up if it's not done right. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta.
Yeah.
It's like the studio wasn't perfect. You know what I mean? Like, we got to, like, now we can record it.
Amy left after the most enjoyable time any of us have ever had on the road. She had the job, she had whatever, she didn't like touring, so she was gone. Of course, she chose to do that right before we recorded the CD, which was putting us in a hot spot.
I don't even think if I would have sang the whole thing that it would have sounded much better because Amy chumped out on us right before we recorded. Like, I quit, but I want to be on the CD.
Huh. Was that a tough decision deciding who was going to sing what?
Yeah, it was a tough decision, and I was in fucking tears. I was pissed. I was just downright pissed. What I said to him, I was like, the bottom line is that I'm still here and she's gone, and she's singing half the songs, and I don't think that's right.
What do you think of the CD, the product?
I like it. If we did it again, I'm sure we'd do it different. Everything's really fast, and everything's kind of dead sounding. But that was just because we couldn't record in a huge room. We had to do it all in a small room and add all the effects and all the reverb and stuff after the fact as opposed to using the room itself.
The live performance people forget, but I always have a CD, and it's something like you look forward to showing your kids. Like, that's me, it's my band, that's all America in it. And the fact that I like it, I like the CD, that's not something I'll never be embarrassed about it.
I'm honestly not too happy with the CD. I wish we could, I don't know, it's good enough. I want to do another one.
I don't know, I just wanted to have like time to like sit in a little dungeon and push buttons and tweak it until it sounded like really good and the way I wanted it to sound. And overall I just feel like it's good, but it's not as good as it could be, so it's kind of disappointing.
We dropped everything to do this. I mean, it's like it's weird to think of so much shit that we do. We drive 15 hours in a van that smells like garbage, and sleep on floors and load in and load out. Spend all this dead time just to play 45 minutes on the stage.
This isn't really it, you know, in a lot of ways. If we could if we could raise our standard of living like one notch, it would be perfect.
Really?
You know, if we could be comfortable most every night, you know, if we could eat 3 meals a day.
I always fear that any tour that doesn't go well or smoothly, the band blames me for being a poor manager. Get very defensive about it. I was too defensive on this tour.
Yeah. Not really. I mean, I know that touring is hard, and I mean, I've never been to California, and yeah, it would be really cool to go as a band. But at the same time, I know that playing there is really rough, and that style of music going out unknown to California, it'll be pretty rough.
Time's gonna pass, new songs are gonna be written, things are gonna change. And, there's gonna be new hills to climb soon. So.
It's positive.